If you have a body, you have mental health, and it's very important for you to take care of it and give it as much attention as you give your physical health. Mental health shapes everything. How you handle conflicts, how you relate with other people, the quality of your relationships, and how you're relating with people around you. Another thing I need to say, that mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Yes. Welcome to Mind Matters Over Chatter, the space where we silence the noise, we silence the chatter, and dive into what truly matters, your mental well-being, my mental well-being. I am your host, Cynthia Thuo. I am a medical psychology student at Thuo University. And I will always say this, I hope I finish this soon and actually get out there and help people and raise awareness. And that is why we are here, to raise awareness, to get you to know why is mental well-being important? Why is it important to talk about it? Why are we giving it our attention? So welcome and feel at home. Again, remember to breathe. This is a safe space. It's not a space for perfect answers. So in today's episode, we are going to create a base. We're going to lay ground on what mental health is. Why are we talking about it? Why is everyone all of a sudden talking about being triggered, talking about trauma, talking about healing? Why is everyone all of a sudden talking about therapy and going to therapy? Why are our conversations more centered on what mental health is and raising awareness? What is this? You may call it a fuzz, like it's all of a sudden. And I will start by saying that mental health is health. It is not merely a section of physical health, like you're talking about the health of your body and then you talk about the mind. Mental health is not about crazy people. And crazy is such a wrong word to use, but because that's the word we use out there, yes, it's not merely about illness and disorders, but mental health encompasses a lot of things, and it is important for us to first know, before even diving into talking about the major issues that are disturbing people. It's important for us to basically know what is this mental health and why is it important to talk about it. So let's get into it. So mental health is everything. It encompasses everything that constitutes a human person. It encompasses what we feel, what we think, and how we behave. So it comes from thought to emotions and then to behavior. And when you think about these three things, they end up affecting how we, first of all, relate with other people. So how we think, how we feel, how we behave tends to manifest in how we relate with other people. It also manifests in how we handle life, how we handle life issues, how we cope with life, and the stresses that come with life. So mental health is your emotional being the feelings. It's your psychological, and psychological being the psyche, your thought process, your cognition, your mind, yes, your thinking, and then it encompasses also your social well-being. Now, from mind to emotions to now how it manifests in how you're relating with other people and your environment. And just like physical health covers diseases, mental health covers more than just disorders. Physical health covers more than just diseases. So mental health is the same thing. It covers everything, including diseases and also well-being. Yeah, so it does not come from a negative point of view, from just illness. We start off from what is good, what is healthy, to what now causes illness, what causes disorders. And everyone has mental health. Yes, there was a time we had a talk in a certain school, and one of the people who was speaking asked the students, we were in a high school, asked the students, do you think you have mental health? And the answers were quite interesting. So everyone has mental health. It's, I don't even know why I would say that, because it's like asking you, do you have physical health? If you have a body, you have mental health. And it's very important for you to take care of it and give it as much attention as you give your physical health. So, and mental health shifts depending on life's issues like stress, environment, relationships, rest, and even hormones. Yes, and even chemicals in the body. They really affect our mental health. So it's important to talk about it, because it's innate in the fact that we are human beings. So what does mental health include? We've talked about emotional health, understanding emotions, being able to express them, coping with emotions in healthy ways. Yes, so you understand, what am I feeling? What is my body telling me? And how can I release these emotions in healthy ways? And how can I cope with these emotions so that they do not overwhelm me? There's also psychological well-being, which includes your mindset, your thought process, what you think of yourself, what you think of your environment, what you think about the things that surround you. It includes resilience, yes, self-esteem, and the way you perceive yourself and the world around you. So the psyche is just basically your thinking process. Then we also have your social health. Yes, your relationships, how you're relating with people around you, your support system, your boundaries. As very many people are recently talking about boundaries. So boundaries, communication with other people, and having a sense of belonging. Yes, because of community. So human beings are essentially social beings. We are wired to not just walk alone and survive alone, but we are also wired to work and walk in community. So your social well-being is also an important part of your mental well-being. Then there is also behavioral well-being. So how you release stress, how you act when you're stressed, how you handle the pressures of life. Because one thing that we need to note is that life will not be lacking of challenges and stresses. So it's not about eliminating anything that triggers you. It's about having inner peace and being in a state of calm, that you can be able to handle the things that surround you and the things that affect you. The habits you form are also part of your behavioral wealth. Your habits, are they healthy habits? Are they helping you cope better, or are they causing you distress? Yes. There's also coping strategies, coping techniques, coping skills with the different pressures, and whether they are unhealthy or healthy. And when all these things are balanced, there is no perfect state, but there's a state of balance where you are not in any extreme of a continuum. And when we talk about mental health, it's a continuum where in the middle there is balance, and on both sides there are extremes. So take an example of mood. When you talk about mood, there is the balanced mood. Yes. And on one extreme, it's the being hyper, or on the other extreme is being lethargic, being hypo, being low. So you want to be in a balanced state where you are not too hyper and you're also not too low. You are in a place where even if you experience or you feel that your affect is going low, your affect being your mood is low, or you are highly, or you are elated, you are able to bring yourself to a state of balance where you can cope with both extremes and be in a balanced state. Yes. So when you are in a balanced state, you are able to function better. You are able to be productive. You are able to feel better. You are able to be in a state of calm emotions, and you are also able to relate with people better. So how you feel, what is inside you will definitely come out, especially in how you relate with people. So I'm not encouraging and I'm not saying that there is a perfect mental health state. No, but it is through the learning of skills and small habits that you are able to slowly by slowly bring yourself to a place where you can cope when you are in either of the extremes, when you are low or when you're feeling anything that makes you feel like you are lethargic and low, or you are in a place of elation. You're able to bring yourself to a calm state and a balanced state to be able to deal with the different things that surround you. Yes. So, why is mental health so important? Mental health shapes everything from how you perform at school or in work, how you handle conflicts, how you relate with other people, your ability to rest. Yes, how you make your choices, the quality of your relationships, and how you're relating with people around you. It also affects your physical health. You find like if you're not in a good state mentally, it affects how you eat, how you sleep, those kind of things, and it affects also your spiritual life. One thing that is underscored is that your spirituality, yes, your relation to the unknown and the supernatural is also part of your mental well-being, because what you believe constitutes your cognition, constitutes your mind, constitutes and affects how you think and how you view your environment. So your spiritual life is also a very important aspect of mental health. And it's actually interesting that we have therapeutic techniques, and we actually have schools of therapy that actually explore your belief with the supernatural and the higher being, the supreme being in the world, whether that is God, if you're a Christian, or in any other religion or spiritual form you believe in. Your relation to the unknown is very important, and it constitutes what you believe. So when you are in a state of mental well-being, you are able to be better equipped to handle the challenges that life throws at you. And when it's not even simple tasks like waking up, taking a shower, eating, can be so overwhelming. So you have to take care of your mental well-being, because it affects the core of you and of you being a human being and what you do with yourself. And mental well-being ensures that you have clarity, that your mind is clear, that you are not clouded or you're not foggy, that you are able to think through things clearly. It also ensures that you are balanced, you are stable, you are self-aware, you know yourself, you know what affects you, you have wisdom, and then you are emotionally strong. Yes. If you think about it, if you look keenly at it, it's everything. It constitutes everything that makes a human being, and then that makes it so important. And that is why we are here to talk about it. And so mental well-being is not about being happy. It's not about being goofy and high. It's not about all that. It's just about being in a calm and balanced state. Yes. So why is it important to talk about mental health? Talking about mental health, it breaks the silence of people suffering alone. There's been a lot of stigma around mental health issues and the challenges that people are facing. And many people tend to suffer alone. And so you see people health and mental well-being deteriorate to the point of even people being suicidal and taking their own lives and giving up and losing hope because they did not find support. So this is a journey we want to take to help ourselves, to get ourselves out of it, and to also help the people around us. When we see the people around us going through various kind of challenges, we want to help them, and we want to walk the journey with them out of that, so that no one feels like they are alone. It's important to note, and this is something we are always gonna say on this podcast is that you are not alone. The challenges you're facing, many people around you are facing. The things that you are feeling, it's not new to man. And that is not to make your to discount your experience or to look down on what you're feeling. No, it's just to tell you that there is a community of people around the world. There's a community of people around you who are actually walking this journey with you. You might not know them, but you have to know that you are not alone. And there are people who have conquered what you've gone through and come out of the other side. And that's what we call resilience. That is what we are trying to build. So, talking about mental health removes stigma and shame. The shame of saying, I feel low. The shame of saying, I am not happy. The shame of of all these issues that affect people mentally. And removes that stigma so that people can openly have these conversations. It makes people feel seen. Human beings have an inclination to wanting to feel seen, to feel a sense of belonging. So when we talk about mental health, we are actually giving people a platform where they can feel seen, they can feel understood, they can get help earlier. One challenge we have is that by the time people are coming to therapy and they are actually seeking help, they have gone deep in the path, and the journey of getting them out to get them into a state of walking the journey is hard. So when people are able to note the symptoms, to see those subtle changes and seek help early so that they do not just go down the drain. Yes. So it's important to also talk about mental health because it helps us communicate better. It makes us better humans. We are able to relate with people better, to understand people. Because if I understand why someone is acting the way they act, instead of being hard-hearted, I can be gentle and I can deal with them with grace. And it gives us a space to allow healing to become a normal thing. So healing becomes possible when we talk about mental health. Yes. Silence makes the pain grow. Silence makes things difficult. When you keep things inside and you do not get them out, silence makes things hard. So when we talk about them, people are able to express what is inside and work through the journey of healing. And yes, so you never know, your openness and your ability to champion for mental health can be a platform for someone to get better. Your openness might be the permission someone needs to make help. When we come out and talk about these issues, they actually allow other people to get the courage to actually get out of it and talk about mental health, mental well-being, mental illnesses and the disorders, and how to get better and how to heal. And if you're listening and you've been struggling and you feel like you've been struggling emotionally, mentally, socially and spiritually, you are not weak. That's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of you are human. Just as you would feel your head is aching, just as you feel your hand is aching, just as you'd feel pain on your body, the symptoms of mental illness are equally signs of being a human. Second thing, you are not alone. As I had said, you are never alone. You have people around the world. You may not know them that are going through the similar challenge. You have people who have gone through it and have come out of the other side. You deserve support. You deserve to be held. You deserve to be seen. Yes, you deserve care. You deserve people to take care of you. You deserve people to look after you and make sure you get better. You deserve to feel whole again. You deserve to be in a state of calm, be in a balanced state. And another thing I need to say, that mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Yes. I know therapy can be quite expensive, but it's not a thing that rich people do. It's not a thing that now I have money, now I'm earning, I can go for therapy. No, mental health is just as important as physical health. Just as you would go to a doctor, just as you would go for a checkup. In Africa, we only go to the doctor when we are sick. But we do know that we are supposed to go for standard checkups for our eyes, for our teeth, for our body. Just do regular checkups, see your body is okay. So it's equal to mental health. You have to do the work of taking care of yourself. Yes. And no one should ever feel like they don't have a community, they don't have people around them to support you. Interestingly about mental health is, if you feel like you are alone, you can actually pay someone to listen to your problems, to listen to what you're going through, and make you work through them. And that is what therapy is. Therapy is basically having a contractual friend who is signed by confidentiality not to tell anyone what you're going through. So why not try it? Why not go out? Because when you think about, if you tell your friend and then it goes and it becomes news for the whole world, and you don't want that, pay someone, pay a professional friend. And the therapist is your professional contractual friend who will not just listen to you, but also walk with you the journey of getting better, who knows how to help you get better. So why not try it? Yes. So mental health is important, and that is why we are talking about it. So thank you so much for joining me in this conversation. This was a conversation to just lay ground to basically say what mental health is, why it's important to talk about it. Remember, your mental well-being matters more than anything. It really matters, and we should normalize this conversation. We should normalize these talks and enable people to have a space where they can be healthy and have these difficult conversations, because it's uncomfortable. One thing about it, it's uncomfortable, it's new, and that is common for any new thing. It will be uncomfortable initially, but when we normalize it, we give people who are suffering silently the courage to step out and seek help. And if this episode resonated with you, if it helped you, please do share, please subscribe, comment on how we can talk, enhance these conversations better, and share and tell other people, and be one to help other people. Yes. And stay tuned for more episodes on well-being and how to get better. And remember, here at Mind Matters Over Chatter, we silence the noise, we silence the chatter, and we tune into what matters, your mental well-being. Thank you.